Okay, this right here might look like something out of a fancy restaurant, but trust me, I'm not a professional chef. I'm just someone who really wanted to learn how to make proper chicken pot pie from scratch. And guess what? I did it. Flaky pastry, creamy filling and golden crust, all made at home, and I made a few mistakes along the way. But here's the thing, it still turned out amazing. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, including the easiest way to make your own pastry case, even if you've never done it before. Stick around because if I can pull it off, you absolutely can too, and I'll show you every step, the good, the bad and the delicious. Alright, let's get into it. This filling is the heart of the pie, and it's actually super straightforward once you know the flow. So first up, you're going to want to chop an onion, celery and carrots. I like mine chunky, but if you prefer, finely chop them or even blitz them. Now, let's get a large pan nice and hot and add a tablespoon of vegetable oil. And then we're browning the chicken. We're using chicken breast, but thighs will work just as well. Do this in 2 batches. Don't crowd the pan, trust me. I did it here and it ends up stewing instead of browning, or taking a lot longer to get some browning. That's the first mistake. You want a bit of golden colour on both sides. It adds flavour. Once it's browned, pop it in a bowl and do the second batch. Now, the same pan. Don't wash it, that's where the flavour is. Add the second tablespoon of oil, then go in the chopped onion, celery and carrots. You're frying these on medium heat for around 8 to 10 minutes. Give an occasional stir, scrape up them brown bits, it all goes into the final flavour. Once the veggie's softened, scoop it into a bowl with the chicken. You'll be amazed how much depth this adds later. Now, we're on to the sauce. We're making super simple white sauce. That's going to hold the pie together like a dream. Toss 25 grams of butter into the pan. Let that melt down, then add 25 grams of plain flour. We're making a basic roux here. Don't panic, it's just butter, flour and stirring into a paste. Cook it for a minute or two until it turns golden. That helps get rid of that raw flour taste. Then slowly, and I mean slowly, start whisking in the milk. Start with just a splash, whisk until smooth, then keep going bit by bit. You'll get a lovely creamy sauce this way. It might look lumpy at first, but don't panic, it'll come together. I've rushed this before and it ends up a floury milk soup. Don't do that. Once it's all in and smooth, crumble in your chicken stock cube and add 250 ml of water. Give it a whisk to combine and bring it to a gentle simmer. Now we reunite the gang. Tip your brown chicken and softened veg back into the pan. This is where it starts smelling amazing. One last flavour boost, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a few sprigs of thyme if you've got them, and a good pinch of salt and pepper. Stir it through, pop the lid on and let it simmer on low for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just a quick note, I'm not a great fan of mustard, but it really does enhance the flavours. Here I'm using an English, which is a little stronger. You could try French mustard, which is milder. This is the bit where I tend to wander off and forget it's even cooking. Just give it a stir now and then. Now at this point, you can shred your chicken right in the pan with 2 forks. I prefer to leave my chicken chunky. And that's your filling done. Let it cool completely. You can chill it for a couple of days or freeze it if you're being organised, unlike me. Now, let's talk pastry. Because homemade pastry is so much easier than you think. And it's way more forgiving than people make it sound. Okay, pastry time. Now, before we skip ahead, thinking, I'll just buy the ready-made stuff. Hang on. This shortcut pastry is ridiculously easy. And the taste, a million times better. I'm using a food processor because it keeps everything cold and does most of the work for you. It goes the flour, the salt and cold butter and lard. Or you could use solid vegetable fat if you like. Give that a few quick pulses until it looks like breadcrumb. Then, with the machine running, slowly pour in your ice cold water. It should come together in about 30 seconds and start clumping into a ball. That's your pastry done. Look at it, perfect. You'll have about 560 grams roughly of pastry here, and we're going to split it into two. 310 grams for the base, 250 for the lid. Wrap them up and stick them in the fridge for at least 30 minutes with cling film wrap. This is the tin I'm using. It's a loose based fluted and honestly makes the finished pie look next level. If you want one, check out the link in the description. I've greased mine lightly with butter and we're ready to roll. Speaking of rolling, this rolling pin, absolute game changer. It's adjustable, stainless steel, and comes with these clever spacers. No more guessing your thickness. Just pick the setting you want and go. For this pie, I'm using a 3mm spacer, which is about 1/8 of an inch. Dust your surface with flour, grab your larger disc of pastry and roll it out straight lines, turning it 90 degrees as you go. This keeps it round, unlike mine. Once the guide hits the bench, you know you're at the perfect thickness. Use the tin to check the size. It needs to be a bit bigger than the tin to cover the base and sides. Dust it lightly, roll it onto your pin, and gently unroll it into the tin. Then, use a spare bit of pastry to press it into the corners. Don't stretch it, just gently ease it in. As you can see, mine has ripped a little. Just patch it as best as you can. It doesn't always go smoothly. Today is a super warm day, so the pastry has gone a little pliable, but we will still get better results than store-bought. When you're happy with the fit, set it aside while we roll out the lid. Same deal with the top. Roll it out with the same 3mm guide and check the size against your tin. And get it ready to go. Right. Pastry in the tin, and our filling is cooled and ready to go. First, grab a fork and prick the base a few times. This helps stop any puffing up while it bakes. Little trick, but it makes a big difference. Another mistake by me, I totally forgot. As you will see, still excellent results, but try and remember, unlike me. Now spoon in your rich creamy chicken filling. Try not to eat half it while you go. Easier said than done. Pile it up gently and smooth it out with the back of your spoon. I like to dome it slightly in the middle. It looks good and you get more pie for your trouble. Now technically, this is the point where you'd make an egg wash. 1 small egg, splash of milk, whisk it up and brush the edges of the base. That helps the lid stick and gives that glossy golden finish on top. Did I remember to do that? Nope. Totally forgot. But honestly, it just came out looking great. So don't panic if you miss that step. That said, it's definitely best practice if you want that bakery level shine. Roll on the top onto the pin and unroll it gently over the filling. Press the edges together to seal it. Just use your fingers or a fork. Now, I'll be honest, I struggled with the crimping. I tried to make it look all neat and pro, but it fought me the whole way. Didn't matter though, it still tasted amazing. Just do the best to get a good seal. Trim off any extra pastry, tidy up the edges, and give the top a brush of egg wash if you remember to make it, unlike me. Don't forget to cut a couple of little steam vents too, just small slits with a knife. That stops the pastry from getting soggy. If you get leftover pastry and a bit of time, then go full bake off and add some decorations. Leaves, hearts, stars, whatever your vibe is. Stick them on with an egg wash and give that a quick brush too. Preheat your oven to 170°C, about 340°F, and bake it for 45 minutes. No peeking, let it do its thing, and before you know it, your kitchen will smell like pure comfort. Alright, time's up, and just look at that. Golden brown, bubbling slightly, and it smells unreal. Let it cool on a wire rack for around 10 minutes before trying to take it out of the tin. It needs a second to set up. Now here comes the best part, cutting into it. The pastry's crisp, the filling's creamy, and the bottom's not soggy. We love to see it. Honestly, this is comfort food at its absolute best. No gimmicks, no stress, just proper homemade pie. And that's it, homemade chicken pot pie, start to finish. If you give it a go, let me know how it turns out. Just leave a comment below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, a like or a share really helps out. And if you want more stuff like this, hit the subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss the next one coming out.